Good morning. It is a big, big day. We are crossing another border. It is time to leave Brazil and head into Argentina. It will be our 13th country in the van, but do not worry, we know we did not see all of Brazil. And the way our schedule is set up, we will be back here in 5 or 6 months to see the rest of it. So don't freak out if you wanted to see more of Brazil.
New country, loving Brazil.
Yep. Right now, we're headed to Argentina, which means we gotta go across the border. So let's go do that. Step 1, we did the other day when we took the kitties to the vet. Step 2, this morning, we have to get van insurance to head to Argentina. So that's what Curt is working on now. Apparently, hopefully, we can buy it here. Doesn't look like we're at the right place, but maybe she's trying to help us. I want to tell you just a little bit about our last campsite. We forgot to film it for you guys, but it was amazing. The kitties absolutely loved it. There were birds all around the windows. There was a little wildlife trail to walk them on, and they just really liked that place. We were there for several days while we were doing some editing and visiting the Brazil side of the Iguazu waterfall. But it was a really amazing camp. It's called the Iguazu Eco Lodge. And if you're down here doing this journey, we highly recommend it. You can find it on iOverlander. Now, back to Curt, trying to figure out how to get us insurance on our van. All right. We go through the aduana and then get the insurance?
I think so. I mean,
that's the way it was up in other borders that we had to do.
She said she can only do 30 months. It's not really good. It's
30 days?
Yeah, 30 days. It's better to do it up there, so.
Well, let's go try. All right, so checking out of Brazil seems to be extremely easy. We walked into the door right in front of where you park. There's a big sign that says aduana. You park there, you walk straight ahead, and that's migration. Stamped us out, no problems. And then sent us to the building all the way to the left. If you're out front looking at the building, all the way to the left is where you turn in your tip for Brazil. So that seems to be going really smooth. Now we gotta go tackle this insurance thing and get into Argentina. Woohoo! Bye-bye Brazil for now. We are officially out of Brazil. We do not have a country until they let us in Argentina.
No man's land.
So now I think we're looking for insurance, right, Curdy? Or do we do that after Argentina?
Yeah, we need to find some insurance. We can't get under here.
No, we can't. Whew. Hold on.
I'm glad I caught that. We were all excited because we're leaving Brazil, going into Argentina. More so because we're going into Argentina. Honestly, I'm sad we're leaving Brazil. But there was no clearance signs there on that structure. It was concrete. It was a building. It would have totally smashed up the van. We caught it. We backed up, turned around. I hate it because we had cars behind us. Hate being the one to make a mess. But we made it through, off to Argentina.
Here we go. We're crossing the frontera. You know what that means, Curt? That was a Spanish sign, not a Portuguese sign. We can understand again. There's the river. Down here, it's usually a river that defines the border. And there we go. We just went from green and yellow bridge to blue and white bridge. We're in Argentina. Not officially,
No.
but unofficially, we are in Argentina.
It is 9:30. We got in and out of the Brazil side pretty quick, but we are in a long line here of cars. We'll see what this is. We have no idea how long it is, but the border crossing clock has started.
One thing about this border, it may be a bit different than a lot of the other borders. It sits right on the area where Iguazu Falls is half in Brazil and half in Argentina. So they have special setups here. People can cross really easy if they're only going to the Iguazu Falls on the other side. It's kind of like a green zone. You can cross without doing any paperwork and stuff like that. So this border may be a bit different. They may want to just hurry up and usher us through. We still got to find the aduana office and get our van checked in because we are going way past the green zone. We're southbound. So we are still in line, and according to the police lady that directed us which line to get into, this is where we're going in for migration, and on the other side of this toll booth looking contraption, we should find the aduana somewhere where we can check our van in. Who knows? There's not a lot of information on this border on our go-to apps that help us. iOverlander, Wiki Overlander. We have made it almost to the front of the line. Soon we'll be crossing under this building and we'll be on the other side, which is Argentina. Now we've been watching. They stop and look in some cars, so we'll have to see if she flags us down. Takes a peek inside our little tiny house. All right, we have been turned away at the border. We got halfway into Argentina and hit a really big snag. It is a bit, well, it's not a bit of a bummer, it's a very big bummer. If you go back to our last video when we were getting our pet health certificates done to prep for the border, we, part of the process apparently is to go to the Ministry of Agriculture in Brazil and get your pet stamped out. We tried to do that. They would not help us. We didn't cover it too much because, to be quite honest, the guy was a little bit mean and just told us we had to do it online. I had tried to do it online. We cannot log in to the online system because we are not Brazilian residents, so we were kind of stuck in a loop, and he flat out would not help us at the office. So we decided to come to the border with just the health certificates because we had no way to get anything else. And we have been turned away. We cannot take our cats into Argentina until we figure out how to go get that piece of paper. So
we're headed back to Brazil.
That's where we're going. So this Curt is handling it much better than me. I am definitely a little bit down about it. But let's go get it fixed. Rather than go back to the government office, which was a terrible experience before, we have come to the vet that helped us with the health certificate papers. And it's a really cool vet with a cool pet toy store next door. But they've gotten into the system and they're helping us. And from what we understand, this system is kind of new. And if you don't have a Brazilian number, they can help. How's it going, Curt?
We're making a little bit of progress, I think. We're able to get the forms filled out by the vet, and so then it's a matter of how long will it take to get the official paper. Do we have to go over to the office? Can they get it here? Still a lot of unknowns.
But we have amazing, awesome people helping us.
Yeah, we really
yes,
do.
yes, yeah. It is now 12:30, and we have left the vet, which is called Pronto Dog. And there's a guy in there that speaks really good English named Luca. He was amazing today. This system is new to even the vets here in town. We kind of got caught in a learning curve, it looks like. But he dug in there and he got everything submitted, and now it is in the government's hands. Now once you submit it, it can take up to 72 hours. If we get really lucky, we'll get it today. Today is a Friday. So if we don't get it today, we will not get it until Monday. So I think we're gonna go to the grocery store, grab enough food for the weekend, and cross our fingers we get lucky, but we're likely in Brazil for 2 or 3 more days. So that's the update. All right, good morning. Yesterday afternoon, we left you guys a bit bummed because we had messed up on the cat papers to cross the border and got turned away. But we stuck around town close to the vet's office just in case we got extremely lucky and got the vet papers turned around in one day. But we did not. It is now the weekend, so it will be at least Monday, but we should get the papers on Monday. But we've decided we're not going to stay at this camp. We're gonna head back about 30 minutes outside of town to a camp out there that the kiddies absolutely loved. Before we head back out to the camp that the kiddies love so much, we're gonna swing by the grocery store, and I want to tell you why. Some border crossings you have to kind of get way down on your fruits and vegetables and meats because the borders might not allow you to carry that stuff from one country to the other. Argentina is one of those countries. Sometimes they'll check your refrigerator and make you toss some fresh food. So we had eaten all of our food in preparation of crossing the border. But now we've got Saturday and Sunday and probably half of Monday. So headed to the grocery store to stock up a little bit while we wait to get to Argentina. All right, putting away our groceries from our grocery haul.
Our last shopping trip in Brazil.
And I think I've told y'all in a past video, they don't have coffee made here. And it's just we don't have the storage space to keep any kind of liquid creamer. So I've been using this powder stuff. And one of you Instagrammed me and told me that this was a really good brand. So I got it. And since we're leaving Brazil, I got two because it's so good.
And by the way, thank you for all the tips on Brazil. We have a lot of people coming on who've been here. We didn't know anything about Brazil when we got here. We've learned a lot in the several weeks we've been here. But thank you for all the tips and tricks. We're going into a new country, so we could use some for Argentina too.
Let's do it. So we're here at our camp, passing the time, waiting for the weekend to go by. Still hoping we get our government pet papers on Monday. But Curt just came back from taking a little walk around the campsite and said he spotted monkeys. Now we're gonna go see if they're still there. But look how peaceful this camp is. Big trees, quiet. It's a really nice place. So there are monkeys all over this tree. Oh, Curt, here's the one with the pointy ears. Over here, you got a straight shot at the pointy ear one. All right. One of these monkeys has pointy, furry ears. Oh, he's jumping. Let's see if they all have the ears or if that's a male characteristic. Oh my, these are cute little monkeys. There's definitely some babies. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, at least 12, maybe more. Oh, look how cute. Oh, there's some in the other trees. Okay, I'm gonna up the number to at least 15. Now we are camped about a mile away from Iguazu Falls, which is one of the wonders of the world. If you didn't see our last video, you'll want to go check that out. So you're going to hear the helicopter tours fly over every few minutes, taking people to see that falls. But you can't see these monkeys from a helicopter. Oh, they're so cute. They're literally right over our heads. They are checking us out big time. Oh, he's gonna throw a stick at me. Oh, it's okay, buddy. I'm not gonna get you. I think that might be it, guys. I think all of them have disappeared into the thick. But what a treat that was from this great little camp.
They were moving and eating jackfruit. That's jackfruit up in that tree. So they were just sitting up there munching on it. They come down about, as far as I can tell, a couple, 2-3 times a week.
All right, now that the monkey show is over and they have left the place, I just realized I don't think we've told you too much about this camp. This is the Iguazu Eco Lodge. So they have a shared kitchen Plenty of dorm rooms, probably different kinds. Maybe some with bathrooms, some without. A lot of outdoor grill areas. Beautiful paths and big, beautiful trees everywhere. A playground for the kids. Here comes another one of those helicopters taking the tourists over that beautiful waterfall. They also have a playground for the bigger kids, a slack rope, a little walking ladder here. And then over here, it's wintertime here, so we didn't take any use of it, but they have a nice swimming pool. Plenty of natural area where you can walk around. The cats have enjoyed their walks here for sure. This is a little restaurant where they serve breakfast each morning. You can opt to get the breakfast or not. We're not getting the breakfast because we can make it in our van. But nice chairs around the pool. This little building here, that's the bathrooms for the campers to use. And then on the back side is the shower. It has really hot water, which is really nice. And right out here is the camp area. There's another camp couple here right now. They're from Germany. But there's room for several campers back here. And a really good thing about this campsite, the Wi-Fi reaches the camping area. That's unusual. They also have potable water and electricity out here if you need to plug in. But we're getting plenty of solar, so we haven't needed to do that. But it's just been a super peaceful camp. Kurt's putting our address in. We have not heard from the vet that our paperwork is ready yet, but we're going to head into town so we're ready when we get the call. Van is on the dash. As always, that means it's moving day. And it is raining. It has been raining all night and all morning. So it's a gloomy day. But y'all cross your fingers we get our paperwork today and we can go to Argentina.
We're moving like we're going to make it. Power of positive thinking.
That's right. The papers are going to be ready.
One of the main reasons why we came into Brazil is timing. And a lot of times on our journey, we can't control whether we're there in the winter or the summer. It's just kind of we are where we are when we are. In this particular case, we took a bypass so we could see all the wonderful wildlife when it wasn't rainy season. During rainy season, all the ponds and lakes fill up and the wildlife scatters. During dry season, there's only a few water spots where all the animals congregate. It paid off, and since we've been here in Iguazu, it's rained pretty hard for a few days. So I think our timing was pretty good.
All right. While we're waiting on the vet paperwork. Ooh. See.
One for more. Spicy. Oh, please, thank you. Spicy.
No spicy. Gracias. Obrigada. Oh, I got more. What is that? No.
For me, yes. 3.
No for me.
Perfecto. Thank you.
Dang, Kurt's getting chicken hearts. I don't think we realized that this meat came in addition to, because here comes more. What you got?
It's chicken and
Bacon.
Frango. Ogata. Frango. Yeah, sí. Uno.
For me, también. Desculpe, no falo Portuguese. Gracias. Or obrigado.
The parking wasn't so good in front of the other restaurant, which was more basic and simple. So we ended up walking into this place, and it is kind of fancy.
But We've kind of been looking to eat at one of these places.
And so they have the churrasco, they have all the meats, and this would be like a Texas de Brazil in the U.S.
They just
But
keep coming.
they keep bringing the meats. In the U.S., you have a red card and a green card. It's red and green. So you turn it to red, and they won't bring any more meats.
They don't have that here.
They don't have a red and green card. So they keep bringing food, but it's all delicious. I was fine with just a salad and the buffet with the little sides, but the meat puts it over the top. So here we go. Another delicious meal here in Brazil. So we have several cheeses, blue, Gouda, and Parmigiano, some nice mix of salads, hummus, colhada curd. I don't know what that is. You guys can see some beets, some carrots, green beans, pickles. The tuna was pretty good. Eggplant. Looks like some kind of yogurt thing back there. And then they got all these little hot sides. So French fries, yuca, banana, onion ring, and this farofa, these crumbs right here. Very popular here. I've never seen them anyplace else. Empanadas. This looks like some chicken. Snow said the okra is really good. Polenta, which is corn, cooked cornmeal. So sort of like a mashed potatoes, except it's cornmeal. And then over here they have some rice and stroganoff, which is also a very popular dish down here with beans. They have a couple different kinds of spaghetti with spaghetti sauce, rolls, and then over here you can see a whole host of other sides. And honestly, we see these consistently, a lot of them similar. White asparagus is not something we always see, but the vegetable marinated medley like in a vinaigrette's common. Potato salad, garbanzo beans, all the different sauces. There's some sardines here, and then a few different salads. These little quail legs are quite common. You can buy them in a jar pickled. They're really good. White mushrooms, olives, palma heart. Heart is another really big thing down here. And then the last thing on the buffet is all these desserts, which we're about to get in and try some of these. I laid off the buffet a little bit today, guys. It may not have looked like it, but I definitely had a big salad. And then, of course, the last thing I'll tell you about is all the different meats they brought out. So you can see they're back there on skewers. And there's all different kinds of meat, from chicken, chicken heart, lamb, pork, beef, pineapple, cheese, a lot of different grilled things. And they bring it around as much as you want to eat, more than you really want to eat. But in any event, that's the buffet, $25 a piece. Snow's about to fall asleep, and I'm about to have some dessert. Well, it looks like we employed the same strategy for dessert as we did for everything else on these buffets.
So this one is called pineapple candy. And it's really good. Like a pineapple mousse. This one is corn something another. It's like pudding. It's good. Can't place the flavor. And this looks like a flan. And this is a passion fruit mousse.
Are they all kind of about the same? They all kind of look like flan type dishes.
They all have a distinctly different flavor. It has been a long, and I have to say, somewhat miserable afternoon. We are in the van. We cannot open up the doors for two reasons. One, it's still rainy and gloomy outside. And the other reason is we are still sitting on the side of the road, parked in front of the vet office, waiting on our government paperwork to get processed. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys.